so that it will not take my whole living on earth to make it happen. Wonderful viewers, thank you for joining us live right here after a couple of minutes, seconds, saying to whom is given, much is expected of him. But then, the list you give me, really will not be even able to get you a cup of water to drink. That is life. But I tell you, right on the screen, tackling issues of Luke 24:51, only how Jesus had been taken to heaven. If it is possible, then you must see it rain as it's raining right here. Because we will not work the whole of our life to serve the devil before we know what is happening this day. It is who carried this work from that day they were given till now, and they have continuously built it. The Lord who made it happen and made it possible, that Lord will not be a fake God unto you. For you shall have no God unless you say it happen. Because that thing you refer to as God is not really God. Now let's go by this wonderful scripture that says, hold it, if you really want to see me stand here right now and do this, I must stand here and do it. And it is given to you greatly to enjoy. Some of you, as you don't even know why you are enjoying something. Thank you so much, the Holy Spirit, the most anointed angel of the heavens, so that those who they ask for rain, they don't know what time it makes it rain. Now this is where I stand. As you can hear me, it's raining. I wouldn't pray the whole night, the whole 24 years, 34 years to make it rain. It is only unconditional. I say you least expect. Who carries the whole system and is working? Listen, somebody, how Jesus actually departed to the heavens. Now let me go straight to the scripture that says in Luke 24:51. It said, and it came to pass while he blessed him. So what is a blessing like? Anything that actually hail or come down from heaven. Anything that descends from heaven. So this is a blessing I'm showing you right now. It's not the name of a person being given a name as a noun, blessing. No. Blessing is a spirit. It's a tangible thing you can touch. But it is not corrupt in human. So I'm not going to be shouting so much. Now bear with me. What I'm saying is a living word, testimony, powerful spirit of the Lord Almighty. If I speak to you life and we do not see life, then when will we see life? Who shall have carried the right answers unto you, giving you what you need and what you don't need? So Luke 24:51 says, and it came to pass, while he blessed them, he was parted from them and carried up into heavens. Wow. So is this the promise of the Lord? Is it the promise of the Father? Now let's go to Luke 24:49. Now listen, and behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you. But tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until ye be endued with power from on high. So I am receiving power right now. So if you are not being touched by this latter day's rain, it means that you are not being given truly. Because if it's a promise, he will stand in the name of the Lord and perform it. He will carve it and he will make the path. So if I drink water or I bath water, shall I not be received by the waters and bath by being washed and purified wash? I should not spend my whole day on this earth thinking it is possible. It is possible, yet I see nothing being made as possible. The way say all these beautiful things. Now, if you see it beautiful and it does not produce the fruit of this being beauty, you are being lost, I tell you. It is such a day. I call from the angel of the cloud, the rains right now, on this very day. As you watch me live right now, so it is that is given. Because I show you not deadly things. But if I be myself, let the Lord command it, and every evil go by their way and return not to me. Because if I ask or instruct it, it should be given to that direction that is given. This is the Lord who is capable of doing it. This is one who creates. This is the Almighty, whose angels have not fallen nor failed. Even when we fall, we are taken toward heavens, so that we are resting on the shoulder and under the shadow of the Almighty, so that we are not being scorched by unclean temperatures of things rising because of your sin. For it is not your days that made it possible, but he who made it. Let the angels of heaven and heaven testify of him, his glory. This is my glory. So if I have water to bath and I fail to bath, it doesn't make me someone who doesn't bath. I would have taken bath maybe 2022 years, we don't know. Because he will dwell in the waters. What kind of bathing is it that he should bath? Now, it is not the waters you made dirty on this low level. It is supposed to be, as it were, from heaven, as it's prepared right now, instantly. This is one we say is holy. This is one we say is an angel that carries life. This is one you can tell that has actually been given from on high. What is the Spirit of the Lord like? So those of you who just carry the word of God out there and say you are preaching, look, if you are never given the power to preach and you go and do anything and you are affected by this, you should know that you shall have no reward other than what you have been turned to. Be careful and be careful, for the Lord is not a ghost to tell you about things that are buried in the grave. Yet from on high you can see beautifully how he did it, and it's raining. If you don't know what is raining, I convert it to you somewhere in your spirit, at least that you may know that it is raining physically. Someone very special, it shall rain in your spirit too, that you may know any dry situation or dust shall be taken out of you. I stand in the waters and I speak because I carry my towel here. What is the work of the towel? Now, if I had carried my towel right here, then you should know what power the Lord has ordained. If the Lord ordained nothing good, and you least expect nothing, so it is nothing indeed. But the expectation of the Lord of what you least expect is greater. So it will also not produce nothing. It will show the difference of who you are and what you are. I hope you can see on the street. On the street, there's power service. Over there is the entertainment, gadgets and instruments and equipment. Now, you should only come and see one person standing. Then with the one person, it is connecting to someone else also somewhere. I tell you, if it rain not, then I'm not the one giving life. But if any prophet takes money from you because they said they pray, and the Lord will do it, and you fail to give to me, he who caused it, the waters and the rains, and it did not fail, then that punishment will be given to you according to your work and your disobedience and your inability to even listen to what is giving life. If you are being asked to do this and you fail to do it and you say, I'm following what my master has said. Who is the master? Is the master the one who made it rain? But do the master that you serve also drink the water that is coming from on high? You must respect authority. Now you should know who is your master, who is your authority, and truly who is commanding every nation. What is it like? If I be not the commanding angel with my blue color, in my blue, what shall you call me by this name you give people? Should you call me what you least expect? If you see not what is given by the heavens, I show you what is of heaven. So that as it rains, you know that my system is carried by the authority of life, spirit. So that we call it, if you see a goat and you do not see the one who dwells in the goat, then you have failed. Yes, because the goat will not fail its work. If you see the goat and you see not somebody who descends also, then you have no connection. Yes, because for as it wipes the screen of your car, that it leads you to see from ahead or from behind. This is one that is not seen through your mirror, yet it sees better than you who see in the mirror. This is one that is not hearing the angel or somebody says and he says it, and he hears and understands it better than you. If the Spirit of the Lord is not as what you are seeing now, what else do you expect? Now, if he's able to make it from heaven, he who says gold and silver haze, then he commanded from heaven that gold and silver I should not lack, because I will surely need it. If I carry not on me what giveth life, what do you expect of me? What do you really, even though you don't expect anything from me or anything to come from me. But I'm telling you, come and see the strongest wind ever. Yes, what do you expect of me? So that your God, if he should be as the God who promised it and it makes it rain right now, then I would have been the best rich person so that I wouldn't walk and just walk. Now as it rains, you know that I'll still walk. What did he tell you about the storm? What were you given as a definition of storm? Now, if you know not the storm, of course you know not also he who stands in the storm. He said, focus not on the storm, but he who is in the storm. He who talks to you about what is happening, you must listen to him. Take this word not as just words, but they are power proven. Instantly he did it. How many hours would it take to even fast to say I'm cleaning myself? The Spirit cleans me more as it is. Because if it is life, then life is given. If it is healing, healing is given. Yes, God is not fake. So that when it's beginning commanding things, it shall not be as those who fake it and it didn't work actually even with the fake issues. Whose spirit do they bear upon them? Now, if a church bears the spirit of heaven, and why is the heaven not responding to what they are saying? Then it means there's a difference. It means that the one who works in the church itself is different from those who are even dwelling in the church. Because the workers of the church or the kingdom are different from those who entered it. The spirit of the Lord Almighty, the angels carry the wings and the flame of fire, so that even as it rains, we convert it to be so beneficial, suitable for what conditions we are moving. And the light owners taking their light right now. Imagine what is happening over here. Yes, the light of the church is taken away. The gold that I show you now is gone. It's gone. And shall it be also unto you like it is that the light will be taken and you least expect this happening? Maybe you can see in the light, it is turning dark as days even coming by. But the music hasn't stopped because the one who was made white and wise, stock what? Fuel. This is where you can apply this fuel. Yes, extra fuel. So the people who are built on extra fuel, the wise virgins, are actually different. So that if your light is taken now and the music we are enjoying probably is also taken, it means that the life is gone and nobody's talked a little to even tell us even when it started happening. I don't think I'm here to shout to you what is making no sense. But what you cannot even bear is this, because you know not yourself. By the Spirit of the Lord Almighty upon my life and my journey, I make path straight to wherever I'm going, even though it's narrowest. For if I decide to walk and I'm moving, it doesn't make me go down straight, even though I'm moving straight. Wherever I turn to is straight for me. As though things that are not allowed and you begin to just do it, you'll be cautioned because things done by you are not allowed. Now, who also tells you what you have written is not correct? Now look for it, because you know not. There is one that is authority. You cannot tell him where is your position. For positioning is that he will show you who is coming from that place where you say we don't possess. It means the one with authority in authority will do such things. I am not telling you a story because raining is not story. Something that your meteorologist will not tell you about, because this is an hour you don't know. This is the unknown hour. I speak to you. I proclaim to you unknown hour. For if he that be, did I not mention weapon? For I told you about the weapon, you don't know. So that this is the one who leads the path. The Lord is a warrior. So when he's mentioning, this is what I touch. I touch the weapon so that I show you what the weapons and equipments are. Then we see what is giving life. If this was not made by the military or the commandos, you would think that it's a pastor or a prophet that made it. No. The flower is still kept where it's supposed to be. It is not given to anyone to waste it. So it is received by the Spirit of he who has spread it, so that he walks in the name of the Lord Almighty, and it is never fake. May I take this as an opportunity also given to you, somebody. If you pray along this line, now only meditate on the words that I speak, not pray anything different. For your prayer cannot make it rain. So that you are only to do what? Meditate. See the beauty of this place where I stand right now, that you may know if something is real. Someone is praying right now also, because I just mentioned that someone should be praying, and we can see that the cleanness made it clean for the righteous ones to use that path also, because the righteous is the same person cleaning in you, and the path should be as it is right now. Let nobody make it dirty as it's been washed and clean. How can you keep this also undiluted except the angel be with you and you meditate on his words daily, so that we have an overflow of water? If I be not the commanding one, or if the Lord has not given to me to command it well, what do we expect? The air, see it happen. If the one who carried life authority is not commanded, what else do you expect? If you sit in the churches, in the rooms where you think it has been built for you to preach, and you don't do what is outside, and later you finish it and come outside, what are you showing us? Maybe you don't see what we say is water. Is the light not back again? It's back. So that the one who said focus not on the storm is as he that says truly, the light, there's a light that is above other lights. For this one came from on high truly. But when he also called it from on high, the promise of the Father, we just have to say it, and it will not fail. Who is giving you life is giving life. You don't have to pray with me to know who I am, to say you want to know that if I am called by heaven. For by heaven, how would you know it? Except you are one that is from heaven. So you are only to comply or to do things of the will of the Father directed you by the angels. It's very beautiful over here. Say what is happening here. My cell phone is in the range, merge and emerge, yet I'm standing in. It is not filled to giving you the right answers. As we are seeing it happen, so you should not say you are a salt that as it rain on you and it just quench you up, like just dissolve you to become nothing. For if truly he has not given you, he has not given you. And this is what I connect with my finances and my food and what I shall eat, because this is what you have not prepared. But he who prepared it is now expecting who, because I told you about the table. My table is right before the temple and before them. What is life like? If you're not having the enough breath of life to take, breathing in. Have I not bathed? Okay, somebody will say, I didn't bath probably some few hours ago, but I have bathed. Why? Because I bath so much that you don't know the kind of bathing that I take. Yes. Is it not so beautiful to say this? Now, you may see that I am really standing before my Father in the heavens. Where did I present myself? Outside, that he may see me from on high. If I be that person in this color, commanded it instantly. I did not pray 30 minutes. I did not even speak anything. Yet I should only declare what I'm saying is real. And then he performs it right now. So that I begin to sack those things you think is buried, and those birds who actually don't have the good spirit for you. They will not call for it to be life and it's given. Then what am I expecting? To be taken away from that person how he was taken away. Because it will not fail. A language I speak is unknown to you, yet the work of it is what you are still living on. So whose language are you now living on? The Lord is holy. So being holy, you must know he who comes in the holiness of the Lord. To reality. I told you today I came out there only in my towel. But you don't know what this towel could have done till now. Even as I keep on telling you, I'm right before this temple. You don't know that this is also a temple. You think it's a workplace for slaves. This is a temple. As you see temples being raised or lifted, so it is. But the work of the temple, where have you seen it? Is this not also one of that? There's a whole Roman Catholic something or Anglican something, whatever. I don't want to give it a name, but see the one who gave the work. Glory. My entertainment is with me here right now. Did we have to sing for 1 hour 30 minutes? And the Lord is holy. Check over this. If this storm is not able to carry my virtual reality to you, so if I'm doing it here and not connecting it to somewhere else, it would have been incomplete. Because as I turn on the system, and it never failed to also give what it will. So if I didn't actually carry my towel on my head, because of where I have visited, and this towel, you know, after raining and after being immersed in the waters, of course, you know, this really towel should be hot, cleaning it or being wet. So when you see the towel on my head, you don't see me or just meet me on the street and think it's different. Or it's kind of that thing. It is when you are beginning to think evil, that you yourself, you are that evil. When you are beginning to think madness, it's because the spirit and your flesh is madness. For if you know not the one who call it, and have putting on the kind of helmet, the kind of helmet that fits this word today is this. The kind of helmet that I actually need, that fit this work so much is this. Because there's no helmet that can wet this or dry the water to the best or effectual working of it again. Be careful, things you hear and things you say. If the Lord has not given to you, don't go out there and say to the people that he's giving you. What has he given you that we do not see? He said, for all eyes shall see it. But it's only a small family. Yes. Only a small family that witnesses this right now, because you should only see it on the live broadcast to know what is happening, where I'm probably located now. But from the heavens, it would have rained so much into other places. Is the Lord able to do this? Is the Lord capable? I think you will know that if I carry the real spirit of the Lord Almighty, then it shall be when I stand before my own kingdom and my own temple, temple I raise, and I build it on that highest level, so that there's nothing to fear. Because if you only need fire and you need water, the water that can quench the fire is this, that can make it. And the same water that can set up fire, that can also say no water can quench is this. Because he who is from that on high is as this, you can see. But beauty, so much is this in him. Beauty is so much that his work even tells you. Thank you so much. I have to make a move right now because I have a least expectation of you. Yet much I have done. The Lord fail not what He has commanded this day. Yes. Whatever you're seeing on the screen, that's what you're supposed to tune into because the Lord is not fake. I told you somebody, my system works so well with me. It is perfected by the work and the Lord Almighty. That you may not tell me, you know it's your own church. You have your own church. Things you actually do that do not concern the Lord. What are you telling us, somebody? Are you able to make it rain instantly? What is, if it's not the Lord of God and the Lord of Lords, and of course His power to make it rain instantly? It hasn't rained here for a couple of days now, but whose work is it that it should rain? So how much would you even give? If I earn money from you, how much would you give me? Because if you have a garden and you need it rain, what is actually the fruit of the garden? If it doesn't rain, it will make no fruit. It will wither up. Thank you all for your understanding. A little power given here as I speak. It shall not fail. So this is what I'm saying. That it is very real and perfected by the Lord Almighty. His works knows Him. Now you may know the Lord is not a temple raised by a fake person.